Matt, so obviously you have inspiration from Star Wars, the things you like, the things you don't like, as a storyteller, in addition to being an artist. And it seems like that a lot of that has been poured into one of your latest projects, which is the world of Aladdin 3477. So I was flipping
Yes.
through the materials. I was on the website, and this looks like a franchise that's been in existence
Awesome.
for years. I'm like, why? How have I not heard of this? But it's relatively new, is it not?
Yeah. Well, I've been working on it for the last 13 years. This has kind of been my big project that I've been working on, mostly in secret. I've been sharing little bits here and there, and at the Star Wars celebrations, been sharing some sneak peeks. But I knew that the only way that this would really work is if I kind of kept quiet about it and then just had a big splash, which I kind of unveiled in January. And it's just been awesome. This is kind of my dream wasn't just to work for George, or yeah, it wasn't just to work for George Lucas. It was to become George
Yeah.
Lucas. And I don't mean like the business mogul. And I have no delusions. This is not, the next Star Wars or anything like that. But it's been a passion of mine to have my own sci-fi epic trilogy. And it's obviously very Star Wars inspired, but it also feels like Indiana Jones. I take influence from all the things, especially when I was a kid, growing up in the Spielberg era, like we have. Um, and it's just been a riot to put all this together, and especially now that I'm able to start sharing it with everyone, it's just been awesome. The feedback. It's actually kind of funny because in the last 13 years, if I ever shared even like a quick sketch of Boba Fett on a napkin, I would get like 700 likes in a half hour. But if I ever shared like, my passion project that I was putting my blood, sweat, and tears into, and to be fair, I wasn't sharing a lot, but I would share like, this is a look at the costume from one of the characters. Like in 2 days, I would have 2 likes. It was like, oh my
Oh,
gosh, it was cricket, 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 cricket. Because when I announced it, no one no one was interested. I mean, there wasn't anyone that was like, gosh, you know what I want to see Matt Busch do? I want to see him make his own movies about Aladdin. Yes, no one really wanted that. I get it. But I had a vision, and it was just kind of hard to show that at first. But now that I've been able to share a pretty good look at it, it's just been awesome seeing the feedback, and that people are excited about it. It's just been fantastic. I'm just so grateful.
so is the
I love
is the
how
goal here to create a? We're showing some. We're showing the trailer, which you can see. At least we found it on YouTube, and I know it's available other places as well. The website Aladdin3477.com. But is the goal for this to really be a true sort of multimedia sort of well, for lack of a better word, franchise, I guess we could call it. That's the term.
Yeah,
That's going to encompass books and comics and a film and all of that. What's the rollout
yeah. That
for
is
this?
that is definitely the
merchandise.
plan. Um,
Merchandising.
that's right. I've already got some toys that are being manufactured through the Kickstarter. There's 2 books that are going to come out this year. The first film is going to come out this year. It doesn't have a distributor yet. I've got some interest, but I'm kind of waiting until the Kickstarter is over to kind of play my cards with that. But definitely before the year is over, the first film will be released in some capacity. I'm hoping there'll be perhaps a mini theatrical run, but we'll see. We'll see what sticks. I'm just super excited about it, and wherever it lands. And the cool thing is, I think it's something that's going to grow, however big or however small it becomes this year. I'm so proud of the first film, but the second film is probably my favorite of the trilogy, and then the third film is like the craziest, like biggest, most action. Um, and they're neat too because um, right now, like the trailer you're looking at is mostly what you see in the first half of the first film. So no one has even seen anything from the second film, which has new characters, new robots, new starships, new sets. There's so much more to this that I'm just so happy that if people are excited about this, there's so much more. And
it looks
it's real
awesome,
exciting.
man. Can you give us just a
Thank you.
quick kind of Reader's Digest version of the basic plot and characters,
Yeah.
so people have a
Yeah.
handle of?
Give us the elevator pitch. If you're on board an elevator with a film executive and you have about 30 seconds to tell them, well, don't rush that much. But
So it is the story of Aladdin, essentially, but it's set 1,500 years in the future, and it's got robots, starships. It's based on the original source material, so it's not like the Disney version. There isn't singing or dancing, but it's just got really cool characters. It's expanded big time, so it is roughly the story of Aladdin, but there's twists and turns you won't see coming. Just bigger storylines. I think a little bit more thought-provoking. Our Jinn or our genie isn't, like a crazy. He doesn't come out and do impressions, and he doesn't come out in a blue puff of smoke, and or anything like that. But he's almost more of an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure, where just a little bit more profound. And I think Star Wars fans would dig it. I think Aladdin fans would dig it. Indiana Jones fans, it's definitely bred from the Spielberg Lucas era that we grew up with.
Yeah,
Well,
you get obvious vibes of that just by looking at the footage we've seen, and it looks spectacular, man. I've noted you talking about it over the years, but now seeing the footage, it's like, wow. When did you start shooting?
We started filming in 2014. That was 9 years ago.
Holy cow.
For a couple years before that, I was writing, I was building little miniatures of starships, and I was also traveling the world. So a lot of the background plates that you see are, in fact, in India, in Cambodia, in Hong Kong, all kinds of places.
And tell us about the Kickstarter.
So the Kickstarter, there's about 2 weeks left for that. And the Kickstarter is really cool because it's kind of set up in a way where you get swag boxes, and you can do the first tier for just the first swag box, which comes out this spring. And the first swag box already has like a mini block figure. It has the book, which is the official collector's edition, which is inspired by, for any Star Wars fans that have like the Empire Strikes Back official collector's edition, or there's actually a Star Wars one as well, and the one from Return of the Jedi, definitely inspired by those. Those come in the first swag box, and then there's actually 4 swag boxes that come throughout the year, and it's really cool. The fourth one, so if you get the fourth one, you actually get all 4 swag boxes, but the fourth one comes with the Blu-ray in December. So that's where you get to see the film. That also comes with the Art of book, which is a hardcover coffee table art book, and it's the exact same size as if you have any of the Star Wars art books or any of the Disney art books or Pixar art books. It's the same format as those. So if you've got those on your shelf, it'll fit in right next to those. And it's just a really fun Kickstarter with a lot of really cool rewards. And there's different price points to get involved. And it's cool because if you're getting all 4 swag boxes, one is shipping in the spring, one is coming in the summer, one comes in the fall, and the last one comes in December. So it's really neat. It's not a thing where it's going to keep charging your credit card. It doesn't charge your credit card until the Kickstarter is over, which is the end of the day on March 3rd. And but it's not a reoccurring thing where like it's a subscription you have to turn off or anything like that. And I think it's one of the, obviously I think it's one of the coolest Kickstarters ever, but there really is some awesome rewards included in there.
No, it's great. You got a lot to be proud of. Congratulations. Any plans for a red carpet premiere?
Gosh. Well, there is a reward that's included in there where you can see the film before anyone else with me in my own home theater, which has, the life-size R2D2 and C3PO and stuff. That's actually one of the add-ons that you can get. But there will definitely be a premiere of sorts here in the Detroit area, and there may be one in Los Angeles as well. And a lot of that is just to be determined with the distributor once that gets locked. But there will probably be a lot more information on that coming soon.
Great.
Wasn't it great
people
to
want
see,
updates?
It's so great to see new stories, and here we are, we dedicate our lives to covering this incredible franchise, but it's also nice to see new stuff coming out. And I know it's challenging, and many people don't want to take the risk. It's so much easier just to go with the tried and the true. Having done this, Matt, or having, continuing to do this, do you, does that make sense to you why it's so rare for original stories and, all this world building to take place outside of what we know?
I think what helped me is I really did this not because I thought it would be successful. I didn't do this because I thought it'd be rich or anything like that. I did this knowing full well that the only people interested might be me, my family, and the people that worked on it. It could totally just blow over and no one would be interested. And especially after seeing the response over the years with how many likes I was getting, I was just like, oh man. But I really approached it like, you know what? I'm doing this for myself, even if it's just something I'm going to be proud of. I'm going to it's in my blood as an artist. I have to do this thing. And then for anyone that likes it, even if it's just, 12 people, then hey, it's 12 people that like it. So to see the response now is just awesome, and it just makes it that much more gratifying. But I would say for anyone else that has an idea, make it fun, make the process fun, do it for yourself. And I think anytime you put that much love and care into something, usually it does well anyway. Chances are, if you love something that much, eventually it'll find an audience, and other people probably are going to like it too.
Words of wisdom.